Hi, Mark T the Handyman here. Today, I'm at my daughter's house and they turned their air conditioning on yesterday and it wouldn't start. So we're going to check it out and see what we can find. The fan came on, so we know that the thermostat is working. We also know that we have electricity out here because it's powered up the fan. More than likely, the compressor is on the same contactor, so it's been energized too, but it's not starting. Let's take off the cover and see what we find. Before we do anything, we want to disconnect the power from the disconnect. You do not want to put your fingers in there when the power is on. You also want to discharge the capacitor before you stick your fingers in because they could have a charge in it. If you're not comfortable with electricity, you probably should call a professional. There, we've disconnected the power. Now, we can verify that with our meter. We have the power coming in, and we're showing 0. So all the wire connections are nice and tight. There's nothing obvious that they're loose or not connecting well. So we're going to go inside and check what the compressor looks like, but you have to take off the fan to do that. So that's what we're going to do. So we pulled the disconnect from the disconnect here, and now we're going to take this off. You never want to stick your hands in there if there's electricity anywhere around. This is warm, but it's not hot. So it appears that something was trying to happen there. Let's see what we got. This is a picture of the terminal box on the compressor. We're going to remove the wire harness to see what it looks like inside. So this is our compressor right here. These are our wires to the compressor, and this is also to an overload to the compressor, which is right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this wire harness off. It just comes right off like that, and you can see that the wires are labeled and they can't go in any other way, the way you take it out. And I haven't seen anything that indicates that there's something that's worn or chewed or anything like that. And like I say, there was a little bit of warmth to the compressor, like it was trying to do something, but I haven't seen anything that would say it's not doing what it's supposed to. So we're going to check the continuity on the compressor, but I don't anticipate anything being wrong out here. We know we got voltage because we checked it at the contactor, and you know, if there was a break in a wire, you'd pretty much be able to see it either on the wires or on the contacts right there, and everything looks really good. So this is our compressor, and those are the terminals, and what I'm going to do is just check continuity to ground on those. I know we're getting voltage through that wire because we already touched upon that. So that's what I'll do. I'll just take my meter and check each one of those terminals to ground and make sure that they're fine. This is the view of a dual capacitor in the condensing unit. The yellow wire is the common wire to the capacitor. The blue wire is the wire to the compressor, and the brown wire is the wire to the condenser fan motor. So I removed the dual capacitor from the unit just so we can give you a better idea what they look like and maybe give you an illustration up close rather than try to get it while it's still in the unit, okay? So on this dual capacitor, you have 3 terminals. You have a common, which is indicated with a C, and also in this case it's yellow. And then you have a hermetic, or HERM, which is short for hermetic compressor, and that is right there, clearly marked. And then you have the fan, okay, and that's marked with a brown casing around it, a brown band around it. If for some reason you can't read the writing on this here, you can always go back to the common always has 4 terminals, the hermetic always has 3, and the fan always has 1. So that's a good way to identify it also. Next, we're going to short out the common and the hermetic with a screwdriver, and just simple as that, and discharge any kind of energy that might be in the capacitor. And so We've done that to the hermetic, now to the fan, and it should be discharge. If you don't discharge a capacitor, and it does have a charge in it, because that's what the capacitor does, it holds energy, you'll get a little bit of a shock, and I guarantee you, you won't want to get that twice. Next, we're going to check the continuity on the capacitor, and we're going to just see if we have anything. If we have any kind of continuity that is there, we'll see this meter jump a little bit. It'll rise up, but if not, it's not going to do nothing. So if it's a bad capacitor, it's not going to do nothing. So we got nothing compressor side, and we've got nothing here on the fan side. Also, you can check to ground, see if it's grounded in any way, and it's not here. If it was grounded, you would see that meter jump too, which means it's not working, it's not good. So that's how we check a capacitor. So now we've checked the capacitor, we find that it has no continuity, so we're going to order a new capacitor and install that after we get it. So what we are going to do is order or pick up a new dual capacitor. The information we will need to order the capacitor is 60/5 microfarad plus or minus 6% with a 440 VAC 50/60 hertz capacitor. It's not a bad idea to have the model and serial number of the unit just in case a supplier might need that information. This is a comparison photo of both capacitors. As you can see, this is a different manufacturer, but a pretty good match of the old and new capacitors. So we've got the new capacitor. We know that the capacitor has been discharged, so we don't have to worry about that. It's not a bad idea to discharge the new capacitor just in case somebody has installed it in an AC unit and returned it to the manufacturer. Now we're going to remove the old capacitor and install the new capacitor. First, we're going to remove the screw for the holding bracket. Next, we're going to remove the wires from the capacitor. Here is a comparison of what the two capacitors look like. Instead of yellow for common, blue for hermetic, and brown for fan, the new capacitor has black for common, white for hermetic, and green for fan. Okay, we've got our thermostat calling. We're going to plug this back in. Okay, our contactor has pulled in and our condenser fan is running. I can hear the compressor has also kicked in. Let's check our amp draw and see how we're doing. Looks like our compressor is pulling about 7.3 amps and our condenser fan is about 1.2 amps. I'm going to check the compressor again and see what we got. Looks like about 7.5 amps now. Looks like the capacitor's done the job. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up or a like. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.